Out with the new, in with the old? Let's find out. Roar. I'm here at Shields today, and today I am going to be shooting the Mathews V3X versus the new Mathews Lift 33. What is this? Here's the V3X, here's the Mathews Lift, both set up 33 axle to axle. This one is 65, they're both 65 pounds. We tried to set them up as exact as possible. They both have whisker biscuits. They're both 65 pounds. They're both 29.5-inch draw, which is my draw. And they both have a stabilizer, which, you know, doesn't really affect anything. Since it's a different stabilizer, it doesn't really matter. But today we're gonna test the speeds as well as just how comfortable they are to shoot, if there's a difference in, you know, vibration or just overall comfortability to shoot them. And just overall, you know, out with the old, in with the new, or should it be out with the new, in with the old? We'll find out. I think I'm gonna shoot, let's go with the new one first. I have a 29 Mathews Lift axle to axle. This is a 33, so, you know, I'm familiar with the new guy. I'll shoot the new one first, and then I'll shoot the old one, see where we go. Okay, first shot I've not even warmed up today. This is my first shot through the Mathews Lift 33 at 65 pounds. We couldn't find the 70-pound limbs for the V3X, so we're just making it as consistent as possible. First shot. Feels pretty good. Nothing too crazy, I don't know.
You hit the target.
Yeah, it is zipping. I mean, that kind of zipped it out there, I feel like. First shot impression with this Mathews Lift, great. I mean, the draw cycle is clean, it's smooth. The back wall, great. I mean, it felt good in the hand. I mean, there's nothing like too spectacular noticeably right now, just because I can't compare it to anything really. I mean, I have the shorter axle bow, so I mean, mine's going to be snappier and not as comfortable to shoot. But I mean, this felt amazing. So I might shoot one or two more here. I think two more, and then I'll shoot this V3X, see how they compare. Shot number 2, Mathews Lift. How many times am I gonna say Mathews Lift or Mathews in this video? Comment down below, count every one of them. Please, somebody do it. Felt good, nothing. I wish I could tell you like, oh, I love this so much about it. I love that it's smoother than my lift. The draw is definitely smoother. It is 5 pounds lighter, but I mean, it's great. I need to aim a little lower on this target, but it's okay.
There's no sight, you have to make a trade.
Yeah, I can't really aim. And there's no peep, so it's like kind of just shooting. This D-loop isn't as stiff as mine, so it's like flopping around everywhere. So like mine, it kind of stays in one spot. This one's like, yeah. Okay, shot number 3. Smooth. Mathews, Mathews, Mathews. There's 3 more times for you. So this is the V3X. This one came out, I don't know, 2018, 2019, maybe 2020, but it's a few years old. So it's an older model. Mathews doesn't make this model anymore. And, you know, it's just, you know, we really want to see if there's that many spectacular upgrades. 2022? Okay, so this was made in 2022, so it's 2024 right now, so it's 2 years old. And so we want to see, you know, it seems like from the phase 4 to the lift, there's a lot of stuff that they did, that upgrades and just coolness factor. And so we wanted to compare it to an even older model and just see if it really makes that big of a difference at the end of the day. First shot with this V3X. We'll see how she shoots. First shot. It doesn't matter. Whoa. This one felt infinitely lighter. Interesting. And it felt a little more stable in the hand. Interesting. Whoa. Guys, that was one shot, but I don't know. Well, I think the biggest thing that we'll be able to tell, I'm being awkward right now. I think the biggest thing that we're gonna be able to tell is like a big difference is the Chrono. I mean, even that arrow right there, I think it's sticking out of the target an inch further than the lift is. So, you know, this one might not be shooting as hot. Okay, second shot. That's really interesting. It's definitely a smoother draw cycle. And lighter, which is weird because they're both 65 pounds. We'll get the scale to show you guys how heavy they really are. So just to make sure we're not lying to you, we would never lie to our fans. Okay, shot number 3. This is impressive. I don't know if the speed will back it up though. Guys, the rabbit fought back. Ouch. Anyways, okay, so if you look right here, you'll see arrows in the target. Okay, cut to the next shot. Just kidding. Okay, so these 3 are the whole Mathews Lift, and these 3 are the V3X. I don't care about the group, okay? No peep sight, no sight. So you keyboard warriors, you stay put, okay? Don't be typing, oh, look at that group. It's 8 yards and I don't care, okay? Like and subscribe. Anyways, the V3X is about an inch further out of the target than the lift. So comfortability doesn't lead to as much penetration, question mark, I don't know, maybe. That's interesting though. We're gonna cut to the poundage right now, just to show, we think, just from kind of our guess, the V3X is gonna be slightly lighter, like 1 pound, which it doesn't feel 1 pound lighter, it feels a billion pounds. So we'll cut to that right now. So although these, I mean, there's no real way that you can release it. I like to be extra safe and put an arrow in while I'm testing the poundage. Just, it's safer. You never know when somebody's or something's gonna fail. So, you know, and if it fails, your bow blows up. So I like to put an arrow in there just in case. But we're gonna test this poundage on the V3X first.
$64.6.
64.6. Mathews Lift. Put an arrow in. 68.8.
Do it one more time just to be safe.
Okay,
What was the let-off on that?
I already clicked.
That's fair.
Maybe I pulled more, I don't know. If it's heavier, hold on.
Just pull it back the second it lets off. And
67.2.
okay. 16.6 pounds let off.
75.2%. So I'm no math genius, but it's 75.2%. Okay, so as expected, this lift is slightly heavier, but these are 65-pound cam mods. This one seems to be holding right at 65 pounds. This one is slightly over. There's not much we can really do about it, but it is good to know. This is a used bow, and this is a brand new bow, so maybe these strings aren't, they're still super tight, haven't loosened up a little bit yet, or maybe these strings are super loose. But regardless, 67.7-ish, 64.6, 64.8? Forgot. Review the footage. Sitting at just under 31.
Yeah, this is gonna be 30 and a half. So technically, that's your true draw length right there. So 30 and a quarter, or 5/8 really.
Okay. That one,
5/8.
I don't think that one felt any longer.
Now this one typically will not.
$30 and a quarter.
Okay.
So we actually have one more click. Both cams were not touching, so.
So for what it's worth too, he's doing it through the D loop. So I know some people are going to get upset and say, "Oh, it's I did it. It was different." But
Yep.
just
So
to
if you-
specify.
To get that 1/2 inch longer, you want that true 1/2 inch longer that Mathews is known for. From the string, you're gonna get a little bit shorter.
Yeah. So
That's gonna get
that was a little more true
Yep.
to the 29 and a half. So
Yep, because it's gonna pull 31.
yeah.
Or yeah, 30 instead of 29 and a half. Mathews being a little
Yeah.
1/2 inch longer typically.
Yeah. Yeah.
And these are original strings on this guy as well.
Yeah, so they're gonna be a little bit,
A little stretchy.
a little loosey-goosey, but seems like this one is just a quarter or a 1/2 inch longer. Sorry, I'm pointing this one. The V3X is about a quarter or a 1/2 inch longer than the Mathews Lift, but the V3X has original strings, and so it's gonna be a little bit looser. But it didn't feel any longer. It didn't feel like, I was being too crazy with it, so.
There you go.
Sweet. Okay, now we're gonna chrono it. Also, I love this bunny, and every time I go to Shields, I want it. Comment down below, what should we name the bunny? Let's give it a name. Oh, and I'll start with the lift as chronoing. I get distracted by him, it's okay. Okay, Mathews Lift, 65 pounds, first shot, chrono. 67 pounds, actually. $275.4. Shot number 2. $274.7. Shot number 3. 274.3. We have an average of 274.8. For 65 pounds, it's pretty fast. So we'll get this V3X. Well, 67 pounds, I have to be honest. We'll get the V3X though at 64.8 or 6. And we'll see how she shoots. These arrows, I'm shooting these DCAs. 100 grain field tips. These are, I think they're around 475-ish. We've done it in other videos and I think we've come up with like 476, 475. So, you know, kind of a normal average arrow. Because of the whisker biscuit, it's gonna be about 5 FPS slower than what it would be with a normal drop away rest. Just an FYI, so. V3X. V3X, we're shooting the same arrows, same everything, same release. Into the target, maybe. Should I hit it? Or should I hit the ceiling like some people have? That's an arrow. Okay, shot number 1. $264.9. Shot number 2, V3X. $270 on the dot. Shot number 3. $270.7. Gives us an average of 268.6. And a high of 270.7. So about 6 or 8 FPS slower, 7 FPS slower, I don't know. But it also is 3, so it's like 2 pounds lighter. So honestly, in my opinion, if it had those 2 pounds, I think it'd be around the same FPS. There's just kind of nothing we can do because that one, we put in the 65 pound mods for the cams, and this one we did the exact same thing. And so one is heavier, one is not as heavy. So, I mean, we can, technically speaking, loosen these bolts on the limbs to actually make it lighter on, I guess, the Mathews Lift, but we want to have it as peak as we can get, as heavy as we can get, just to show a true comparison. So, you know, it is what it is. About 6 or 8 FPS slower is the V3X. This is the beautiful Shields used bow or old bow rack, and there's something special here. This is the Mathews TX5, and when was it made? 2019. This is a 29-inch axle to axle with a 5-inch brace height. 5-inch brace height on this. I have the Mathews 29 half axle to axle with a, what is it, 6?
6.5 inch.
My Mathews 29 and a half has a 6-inch brace height. So these are super comparable bows in size, but this one is also 5 years old. So let us know in the comments. Do you think we should do a video on these two next? Let us know. Come here, buddy. Should I take you home today? I can't, not today. Not today. Next time, though. Okay, some surprising results from these two bows. Old versus new. this still shoots great. I mean, it's original strings. So, I mean, they've stretched a little bit. They might have gotten a little lighter, but regardless, it's still a great bow. If I were just getting into archery, it might be a smarter choice to go with this V3X because it still shoots great. The FPS is still superb. It's still a very fast bow, but it's not going to break the bank as much. This will probably sell for $800 or $900, whereas this Mathews Lift is around $1,200. So it's not going to break the bank as much. Overall, with feel, this one felt lighter because it was, but both of them had a great draw cycle, and I don't know, I'd have to give the edge to the new bow, the Mathews Lift, just because it's new, it's faster, and it feels sturdier. But regardless, they're still both really, really good bows, really solid options for your choices, with some cool results. Enough of that. That's a two-year comparison for the V3X versus the Lift. Nothing too drastic. This is a 5-year comparison right here. Mathews Lift 29.5. Mathews TX5 29. Both of these are, speedster bows. They were kind of, well, they're both at the top of their line for, just performance and speed. So let us know in the comments down below if you want us to come down next week or whenever and put these two to the test and see how well they perform. Let us know. Comment, like, subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Like, subscribe.